one of those mornings to get your ass up. It's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. That's the theme right now. It's on, baby. It's on. This is a brand new year. This is one more year of experience, one more year of energy and learning and issues and thoughts and everything just coming together. And so it is on for this year. And I hope it is for you too, but it's going to either be on or it's done. And it's pretty much that simple. There's no real middle ground. There's not. And what do I mean by that? So this year is going to be an interesting year because there's going to be a major shakeup. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you're going to have to go to work. What do I mean by that? I mean that you're going to actually have to work a lot harder than you did before, or a lot smarter than you had to do before. Because here's the deal. Inventory is going to shift. It's already shifted in a lot of different markets, and it's going to start to shift where there's not going to be as many bidding wars and inventory shortage. You're actually going to have to work to market and sell properties, which is kind of new over the last couple of years in this business, because you get a great property, you put it on the market, you get a decent price, gone. Not going to be that way, the same way. So now you're going to have to start to deal with real positioning, real strategy, real ideas, real market research, real negotiation skills, and real representation. Because when something's not moving, you've got to counsel the hell out of sellers and tell them how to position this thing to sell if they really need to sell. If you have a buyer, you need to know how to feel out the other side and the seller's agent and figure out where's their chink in their armor, where can you crack into there, where could you get the best deal for your client. Or if you're actually representing your clients. If you're not representing your clients, I think this is a great year to start, because you're going to need it, and they're going to need it, and they're going to appreciate that when they're going to be able to take your negotiation, representation skills and abilities and just get out there and just crush it and just do an awesome job. So that's why I'm so excited about what's coming up this year, because we've been training, we've been ready, we're pacing this cage, waiting for a little bit of a market shift, because the group that we're working with, our tribe, freaking rock stars with negotiations. They know exactly what to do. They've got agency down. They know what they're doing. They're ready for it. They can taste it. They're coming. It's coming. So that's what's great about this. So now, what are you going to do? Because everyone's talking about their big plans and their visions and their resolutions and all that crapola. Money is coming to me. There you go. Ignore that call. Talking about their big ass dreams and goals. So I'm going simple and I'm going basics. I'm going fundamental. I'm going back to the way real estate needs to happen. And we're reintroducing sales into the real estate business, which is absolutely needed this year, and I can't wait. So what are you going to do? Right? 2019, big ass picture. Whatever. You need to have your vision. We call it the prophecy letter vision. What is the end of 19 going to have produced when you're sitting there looking back on how did this year go? What happened? And how are your relationships? How is your health? How is your body? How is your finances? How is your mind? What experiences did you have? All the other cool stuff that you have going on. Of course you need to have that. But now for the business plan, to start planning on what you're going to do in Q2, Q3, Q4 doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, because the market shifts are going to be significant this year. And so what we're doing, and what I suppose, and I really urge you to pay attention right now, the only business model that I believe you need right now is your Q1. We got 13 weeks, and that's the only thing we're focusing on right now. It's 13 weeks, 13 weeks, 13 weeks, 13 weeks. And we're even simplifying it more than that. The one thing you need to do every single week this quarter, and there's only 13 weeks, is watch this. One good, solid appointment a week. What's a good, solid appointment? A good, solid appointment is a motivated seller who has somewhere to go and has some time to be there, okay? Or if you're working with a buyer who has a pre-approval from a lender that you trust and know, and they have a time frame in which to be somewhere, okay? If you're not dealing with one of those a minimum a week, you're blowing it completely. So forget it. If you just did one, right? Imagine this, you have one good appointment a week, and that's your job. with a motivated client, buyer or seller. If you do that, if you run the numbers out, say your average check's only $5,000, right? Which is pretty much a nationwide average. So you make $5,000 a check. You're going to do 13 appointments. You're going to blow 5 of them, let's say. So you're going to get 8 deals. 8 deals times $5,000 is $40,000. $40,000 a quarter. It's pretty sweet. It's $160,000 a year. Take some taxes off. You're going to make about $10,000 a month after tax, right? $9,000 or $10,000 after tax. So call it $10,000 just for easy numbers. So $10,000 after tax income comes into your life, right? Every single month this quarter, right? How will that make you feel, right? If that's enough, do it. 1 appointment a week, guys. That's it. And you have 7 days to do it. If you don't get it Monday, go get it Tuesday. If you don't get it Tuesday, you're working on Wednesday. If you don't get it Wednesday, you're working on Thursday. If you don't get it Thursday, you're working on Friday. If you don't get it Friday, you're working on Saturday. You don't get it Saturday, your ass is working on Sunday until you get 1 good appointment a week. 1 good appointment a week is $10,000 a month, guys, flowing in. If you need $20,000 a month, get 2, right? So there's the business plan that I'm running with for all the people that I'm coaching and working with right now. We're doing either 1 or 2, depending on what your goals and your income are right now. But if you haven't been consistently making $10,000 net a month, and that will change your life or help your lifestyle out, let's do 1. If $20,000 is what you need a month, great. We're going to do 2. You know how to do that. So that's the plan. So I'm talking about simplicity. I'm talking about being real. I'm talking about cutting out all the fluff. I'm talking about doing 1 thing. Now, let's get even a little simpler than that. Who do you talk to? Here's the secret. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Right? All you need to do is talk with people and connect with people. You don't even have to talk to them anymore. You need to connect with enough people that will feel compelled to reach out to you because they trust you, they feel you're good at what you do, and that you care about them. So those are the 3 things again. Can I trust you? Are you good at what you do? And do you actually care about me? So somehow you need to project the answer to those 3 questions as an obvious yes in the best, most efficient way that you know how to do. Okay? Now let's also be real about acceptance, right? One of the mantras that just keeps resonating through my head is total acceptance of all people and all things at all times, period, including yourself. So roll through this quarter with whatever happens. It's perfect the way it is. It's the way it's supposed to be. And just keep talking with people until you find 1 good person a week. That's your job. It's that simple, guys. But now what's going to get in the way? You know what's going to get in the way? This. Because if you're not used to consistently bringing in $10,000 or $20,000 a month, the first thing that's going through your brain, and it already has, is bullshit. You don't need it. Not going to happen. Don't do it. Right? You got that little, as Matthew Ferry calls it all the time, the drunk monkey. And your drunk monkey is coming through and is designed completely to say, bullshit, not going to happen. You're not going to do it. You never had a quarter like that. Not going to happen. Never going to do it. If you do 1 deal, you're fine. Nah, you don't need 3. Right? So you're automatically going to do that. So I want you to be consciously aware of all the unconscious resistance that's coming through your brain and shut it off and negotiate with it and shut it down. And so your job is simply 1 motivated person a week, right? And now, can you find that through massive prospecting? Yep. Can you find that luckily through very little prospecting? Yep. Can you find that through sphere of influence? Yep. Can you find that through FSBOs? Yep. Can you find it through expireds? Yep. In our market, there are 290 expired listings on the 1st, right? In just a couple of zip codes, right where we're going right now in the Tampa market. 290 just in 2 zip codes. So could you build that entire business? Could you get your 1 appointment this week there? Of course you could. So the point is, and you heard me say this a bunch of times, guys, everything works. So what I want you to do is what you want to do, right? Talk to people however you feel like talking with them. If you're a texter, freaking text people. If you like Facebook, use Facebook. If you love Insta, use Insta. If you love LinkedIn, use LinkedIn. If you like to skywrite with an airplane, freaking skywrite with an airplane, right? I don't care what you do. You want to put boxes on people's front doors? I don't care. But you need to connect with enough people so you become top of mind to 1 person a week. That's all we have to do, right? Now, how are you going to hold yourself accountable to this? I don't know. I hope you do. I hope you have somebody. You need to have somebody that you report to. It's yourself, it's your spouse, it's your friend, it's your buddy, it's your partner, it's your broker, it's your manager, it's your neighbor, it's your kid. Doesn't matter. But you need to have one person every single week that you're actually having a motivated, pre-qualified interview with, and you cannot fail. It's absolutely impossible, but it's going to require numbers, and it's going to require major skill where it didn't have before. So also, a process. Once you find a lead this year, I want you to treat it better than you did last year. And even though last year you were able to get deals a little easier, let's pretend that the market has shifted where it's not so easy right now. And let's get ahead of it so when it's not so easy, you're ready, so it will be easy for you. Make sense? So what's the process? What we're teaching is simple. You have to practice. First one, these are all P's, by the way. So you got practice. You need to have your presentations down. You need to know what you're saying. You have to know what you're talking about, right? If you haven't been practicing your presentations, guys, what are you doing? You got to set out at least 30 minutes a day and go somewhere and role play with yourself what you're going to say to the FSBOs, the expireds. What is your content going to be on your social media platforms? What are you going to say in your letters? What are you going to do? Just come up, practice, right? Practice, practice, practice is number one. Because why prospect if your practicing sucks? All right, so what are we going to do? The one way to guarantee anything works is to make sure that your system is in place. You don't follow the system, you don't get the results. I don't care what it is. You might get lucky, but you're not going to get consistent results. So this is the year about getting consistent results, and the system is as follows. Number one, practice. You know this. I don't need to tell you this, but I need to remind you of this one. If you do not have at least 30 minutes set aside a day to practice your skill, then you're not in a real business. You're in a luck, hope world that is not going to work well for you for this year. You have to practice. Once you practice, you've got a prospect. Okay, call it what you want, lead gen, whatever makes you feel good, but it's prospecting, it's talking to people. You need to connect with people. You have to put numbers on the board. You have to talk to people. You have to connect with people. You must connect with people. And it has to be multiple people, and it has to be consistently done on a weekly basis. There is no other way. Once you are prospecting, you have to pre-qualify, because why waste your time on somebody who's not ready right now? Okay, this is key, guys. Your schedule is so critical right now. Do not spend time with people who are not ready to go right now. Now, you can incubate them and give them a little love and sugar and warm and fuzzies, but don't be spending your golden time with people who are not ready to go right now. You can have another set time to incubate and kind of work future clients, but that's not your whole deal. So we are at practice, prospect, pre-qualify, prepare. Only after you pre-qualify these people to make sure they're ready do you need to actually get ready for your presentation. How are you going to look at your pricing? How are you going to position this property on the marketplace? What properties are you going to select for your buyers to go see? This is all the preparation stage, but don't even get there until you've done the other steps so far. Because once you prepare, then all you have to do is present. And your listing presentation better be simple, right? If you're in there for more than 10 minutes on a listing presentation, actually getting it done, you're spinning your wheels, wasting time saying things you shouldn't say that are going to screw you up. So get ready to present. If you're showing more than 3 or 4 houses, then you haven't done a very good job pre-qualifying. And the sellers and the buyers need to know that you know what you're talking about. To show somebody 25 houses is an insult, right? Narrow it down to the few that you know are going to work for them. Show them those homes and freaking close them on one. Let them pick the one they want and then go after it and get it for them. Then as soon as you're done, process. So what are the P's again? It is 100% all about the P's. It is practice. It is prospect. It is pre-qualify. It is prepare. It is present. And it's process. That's it. That's it. And if your system is not clear for 2019, then you're dead. That probably wasn't a nice thing to say, but it's true.